Skip it up and that up. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rich of Review Tech USA, and check out Black Ops 2's exciting new weapon. So the Wii U's launch date could be pushed back in certain parts of the world. There is a rumor spreading around that Nintendo is facing a manufacturing nightmare with the Wii U gamepad. The complexity of the gamepad is slowing down the manufacturing process, and they may have to push the release date of the system to December in Europe. However, the next generation console is still scheduled to be released in mid-November in North America. Nintendo, all I could say to you is you have to get the Wii U launched internationally before Christmas of 2012. To take full advantage of that year head start you'll have over Sony and Microsoft with their next generation consoles, you have to have the system out for the holiday season. When do most people around the world buy game consoles? During the holidays, for their kids, for their significant others, for their sisters, for their brothers, whatever. If you want to have the Wii U start off with a huge bang and have it instantly be in a couple million, hopefully even few million people's homes, you gotta get that system out internationally before Christmas. I'm not saying it'll be disastrous if they don't get it out by Christmas, but it will definitely hurt the Wii U launch if they don't. You got that year head start over Sony and Microsoft. Nintendo, do what you gotta do to take advantage of it. I don't care what it is. Now let's talk Max Payne 3 multiplayer. I love Max Payne 3 multiplayer. It's some of the most addictive multiplayer action. I can't even remember. I think like GoldenEye 64 was the last time I was this into a game. I mean, I played Halo 3 a lot, but I didn't enjoy it as much as this. Now, a lot of people were like, Rich, how do you like this and not like Uncharted 3's multiplayer? You know what's funny? I actually bought Uncharted 3 used. I bought it new, sold it to somebody, and then I bought it again. I'm like, let me see. You know, I really didn't like the multiplayer the first time I played it. I had a lot of issues with it. The hit detection sucked. I'm like, maybe they patched it. Maybe they did something to improve it. So I got it again, brought it home, and no. It just frustrated the crap out of me. I cannot get, hey, if you're good at if you're good at Uncharted 3 multiplayer, you think it's superior to Max Payne 3's multiplayer, hey, more power to you. But I'm sitting there was a time, I don't know what, I think I had an AK-47, and this is an Uncharted 3. And I know for a fact, you know, this is the second time. I'm not talking about that video I put up a while back, how I hated Uncharted 3 multiplayer. I'm spraying right in the dude's chest. He comes up and melees me and kills me. I'm like, you know what? I tried for like an hour. I couldn't stand it. Now, a lot of people had issues with Max Payne 3 when it first came out. On the consoles anyway. People saying that the controls were very laggy. Now, I have this for both the PS3, and I had to pick it up for Steam. I got it for $29.99 on the PC. It does handle better on the PC. I use a gamepad on the PC. I mean, a lot of people get on my case about that. You know what? First off, it's how I want a game. Why does it bother you if I use a mouse or keyboard or a gamepad? And comparing using the gamepad on a PC to using the PS3 gamepad when I play Max Payne on the PS3, it just feels more responsive. Now, people may say, oh, it's just because of the PS3 controller. It could be. But I'm not talking about how the controller feels in your hand. Like when I go to move, it just seems like it's more responsive. There's no delay at all on the PC, whereas on the PS3, I almost feel like it's weighted down slightly more. Not a huge difference, but it is noticeable. Now, the other big complaint I hear about Max Payne 3's multiplayer is that it's very unbalanced, and I somewhat agree with that. If someone's dual wielding submachine guns, unless you have a shotgun, I don't like dual wielding, but a lot of people do. It's like, even if you start firing at the person first, they're gonna kill you. The sniper rifles seem a little overpowered too, and a lot of people, not too much, not like Call of Duty caliber, but people camp. And the melee system, I don't like the melee system in Max Payne 3's multiplayer. I don't like the melee system in the single player either. It just is really sloppy how it has to be executed. Also, I'm using it in this deathmatch, so I'm guilty too. The shotguns are pretty overpowered. They don't have a huge distance, so they do act like shotguns. But, you know, if someone's like toe-to-toe with you and they have, you know, an AK-47 and you have a shotgun, they're done. Even if they start pumping bullets at you first, it's a wrap. You're going to kill them. So I guess you could say that's a little imbalanced or unbalanced, I mean to say, and a little unfair, but you know what? Everyone's dual wielding and using sniper rifles, so I'm going to use a shotgun. It's a fun weapon to use. So I suggest if you want a chance in Max Payne 3 multiplayer, get a shotgun, dual wield SMGs, and don't use sniper rifles. It's so cheap. There's this one map, I can't remember the name of it, that people just go up into the building, sit there and snipe all day, and one shot kills. The sniper rifle's overpowered, and don't use a sniper rifle. Don't be cheap. You know, hey, if you like using them in Call of Duty, stick to Call of Duty, but here, try to use something else. It just makes... This is the kind of game you want to run around in anyway. That's what makes... It has such... The multiplayer is so intense and so fast-paced. Why would you just want to sit there in a corner and camp and you're not... It's not fun. You're not taking advantage of how enjoyable Max Payne 3's multiplayer is anyway if you want to do that. Like, is ranking up to you really that serious, you know? I don't know. Now, I do deal with some lag here and there. Now, at first, I thought it was just because I was using fraps to record online death matches, but it wasn't, because I would play the game not recording the footage with fraps, and the frame rate would still drop. Now, the interesting thing, the lag isn't terrible because your frame rate just takes a hit. It's not... Now, you may be thinking, oh, it's your computer, Rich. No, it's not. Like, you know, I could play... If I have a no lag deathmatch experience or no lag multiplayer experience in Max Payne 3, I could play the same map 5 times and it'll run 60 frames a second. Then if the connection is poor, the frame rate will drop. So it has nothing to do with my computer. It has to do with Max Payne 3's multiplayer. It's not, you know, detrimental where it's a deal breaker where the game isn't worth playing, but it does happen enough that I had to mention it. Now, are there any issues with the controls with the gamepad? I repeat that, with the gamepad. Yeah, sometimes you'll run around and the character will get stuck against the wall you didn't mean to get stuck against, or you'll try to be run down the stairs and your guy will start like humping a statue instead of running around the statue, and it drives you crazy, but it's few and far between, and in my personal opinion, and I played enough of it the 2 times I owned it to be able to make an opinion, I think the controls in Max Payne 3 are better and the characters handle better in Max Payne 3 multiplayer than Uncharted 3. I just didn't... Trying to aim at people in Uncharted 3 was frustrating. Trying to jump up walls was frustrating. And the thing is, before everyone says, oh, you're just an Uncharted noob, I played the hell out of Uncharted 2 online, and I loved it. If people still play Uncharted 2, let me know. I'm almost tempted to pick it up again and play that online and just play through the single player. So if Uncharted 2 online is still playable and not full of modders and hackers, let me know. But no, I'm not a noob to Uncharted multiplayer. I just did not like the way they handled Uncharted 3's multiplayer, and I just think it was a broken experience, in my personal opinion. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say. They're going to be like, oh, Rich, you only like Max Payne 3 multiplayer because you're good at it. Yes, I'm decent at it, but you know what? I also get my ass handed to me a lot too in this game, so it's not because I'm like super ridiculously good. I get my ass beat a lot in Max Payne 3 multiplayer. I just think it's fun, and even when I lose, I still want to play more. You know, when I get my ass kicked in Call of Duty, I want to throw the disc out the window. When I got my ass kicked in Uncharted 3, I wanted to put the disc in a blender and turn it into a fine dust. This is like, okay, I lost, let's get to the next match. So that to me lets me know that this is a winning experience. I can't express how much I enjoy this, even though I almost did for 10 minutes now. Try Max Payne 3 out. The consoles, I still think it runs good on the PS3. I can't speak for the 360 version. I don't have it for the 360. But give Max Payne 3 a shot. I would love to be able to like promote this and have more people play this game. That's how enjoyable it is. And I know that the real Hard 8 Times agrees with me. He thinks it's one of the best multiplayer experiences ever. So it's not just me. Ask him too. Anyway, guys, I'm going to shut up right now and let the rest of this deathmatch play out. If you enjoy this style of video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and telling me in the comment section below. Have a good one.
physical disc!